What are you hiding, priest?
I'm not hiding anything. It's closed for a reason.
Typical Imperial lies. First, you take away Talos. Now you're keeping us from seeing our honored dead? You and the Jarl will answer for any desecration of my ancestors' bodies.
That's enough, Thongvor. We're done.
You there. You another Imperial puppet? Answer me. What of it, he says. Your empire is destroying everything Skyrim stands for. Honor, pride, mighty Talos. You can tell Jarl Igmund that the Silverblood family won't tolerate his cowardice for much longer. We own Sidna Mine, best prison in Skyrim, and source of half the wealth in this city. We keep the Reach safe. We flood Markarth with wealth. But does the Jarl listen to us when we want to say? No. He's busy forgetting that Ulfric Stormcloak saved this city from the Forsworn. Ulfric's a hero, not a damn criminal. He used the Thum, shouted us Forsworn from the walls. Then he led a band of Nord warriors in to take the city. Just like Talos himself at the Battle of Old Hroldan, reclaiming the Reach from those heathen natives. That's a true Nord hero, a legend. So great that the Divines themselves lifted his soul into the heavens and made him a god. He founded the Empire, and now they've turned their back on him to appease the Elves. Elves. Do the Elves rule Skyrim, or do the Nords? They started the Great War, nearly destroyed the Imperial City. Then the Emperor took the coward's way out, and surrendered. Now, the Elves dictate everything we do, and they don't want us acknowledging a mere human like Talos as the god he is. Stay out of trouble.
Dolomar is the commander of the Tholmor in Markarth.
I'm Gor's assistant. I help her with the forge.
As his housecarl, Igmund's security was my chief concern.
You have the honor of addressing a member of the Tholmor. Bask in it. We're the ruling body of the Old Mary Dominion. Saviors of Myr. Victors of the Great War. The Empire exists because we allow it to exist. And I'm here to make sure the Jarl of Markarth remembers that. The Tholmor saved all of Elvenkind during the Oblivion Crisis. We've been watching over our lands for 200 years. We refounded the Old Mary Dominion, an alliance between us and our Bosmer cousins. You might know them from their common name, Wood Elves. We intend to prove the superiority of Myr over man, 1 century at a time. As if this craggy wretch of a city could give birth to a superiorly bred Myr such as myself. No, I'm not from Markarth. I was sent here to lead the Tholmor's interests in this corner of Skyrim. It's my mission to root out all Talos worship in this city. It's a religious matter. The Tholmor do not recognize Talos as a god. He was only a man, and does not deserve a place in our pantheon. The Empire has agreed to accept our beliefs, and its citizens have a responsibility to cease their heretical worship. You're awfully inquisitive, aren't you? I like that. Perhaps you'd care to solve a little problem I'm having. Ogmund the Scout. He's old, respected, and I know for a fact that he worships Talos in his home. But the Jarl has been hesitant to call for his arrest. I want you to break into his home and find evidence. Until next time.
are you to approach the Jarl of Markarth?
Don't mind the dogs. They get anxious when they haven't had dinner. Oh, thank you. The dogs were getting restless. Here, this is for you. See ya. You should talk to Anton if you need anything. He's the F.
I have to work, or Anton will rip my head off. Only reason Jarl keeps Anton on is because he cooks up a storm.
Before you say anything, no, I am not from the Reach. No, I'm a Breton from High Rock, and I refuse to be mistaken for a filthy native. I don't care if we share the same ancestors. These people are savages. Half of them are forsworn barbarians. And have you seen what they eat? What have I done for the gods to take me so far from my beloved Daggerfall? Yes, the finest court in all of High Rock. You think politics here or something? Well, we Bretons invented politics. That is where I learned to cook, and where I belong. Not here with all these dogs. I have meat. Take a look. Until next time.
On Dolomar is the command of Tholmor in Mar.
Worship of Talos is strictly forbidden. You! Who are you to approach the Jarl of Markarth? Nothing to say? Fine. But I'm watching you. As his housecarl, Igman's security. Igman's father was killed by Forsworn. I won't
Gorza is
rest
the one you
until
should
they've
ask if
paid
you
with
need
their
anything.
blood.
Don't bother with Tacit. Grew up in a stronghold. Every orc girl tended the fort. But a girl has to grow up. And life in the stronghold asks for a lot in return. That's right. An orc wasn't enough for me, though. I left. Didn't want to end up as the third wife of some lowly chieftain.
Jarl, we need to discuss the Forsworn.
The only thing we need to discuss is how many men it'll take to flush them out of the hills.
It's not that simple, Igmund. There are reports of Forsworn here in the city.
It doesn't matter if they're in the city. We fight them where they live, we won't have to fight them here.
They live here too, my Jarl. That's what I'm telling you. My Jarl, we need to discuss the state of Markarth's collapsing trade with the other holds.
Of course there's a collapse in trade, Rayrick. The Stormcloaks stalk every road and harass every one of our patrols.
Not to mention the rebels completely control Windhelm and all of East March Hold.
Why do you pester me with battles we can't win? I need my steward to plan for a victory, not nag me with every ill account.
Forgive me for worrying about the future of Markarth. The lifeblood of a city is gold, Igmund, and it doesn't stop bleeding because there's a war on.
Very well. I'll send a request for additional legionnaires to protect trade to the other Imperial holds. Hopefully, Solitude can spare more men.
I'm Igmund's uncle. The Jarl has put out a bounty on Forsworn. Here, take a look at this decree.
As his housecarl, Igman's
You speak to
security is my
Igmund,
chief
son of
concern.
Arovdir, Jarl of Markarth. Yes, I know. We have some advantages if they come here. The city is built into the mountainside, so it's hard to reach into, even from the skies. And everything is made of stone, even the beds. We'll have no trouble from Dragon's Fire here. My guards told me. Poor Margaret. And witnesses report that the attacker was shouting some nonsense about being a Forsworn. I want to make things clear. Markarth has its troubles, but there are no Forsworn in this city. They are only a threat in the hills and along the roads where they live. Everywhere else, we are in control. It all started here, this rebellion. When the Empire lost the Reach during the Great War, we became desperate. We promised a group of Nord militia free worship in exchange for their help retaking the hold. Then the elves found out about it. We were forced to arrest all of them. Ulfric Stormcloak, their leader, used the whole thing as proof that the Empire had abandoned Skyrim. The rebels called it the Markarth Incident. It was the founding day for the Stormcloaks, and where this war really started. The White Gold Concordant, our treaty with the elves after the Great War, forbids free worship of Talos. But that's what we promised Ulfric and his men. It seems foolish looking back, but at the time we were hoping the elves wouldn't find out. So when they did find out, it was either we arrest Ulfric and the militia, or enter into yet another war with the Aldmeri Dominion. The choice was clear, and now Ulfric threatens the thinly veiled peace we sacrificed so much for. When the Aldmeri Dominion invaded the Imperial City, the Legion all but turned a blind eye to the other provinces. Many of the disgruntled natives of the Reach used the opportunity to depose the Empire and founded what they called an independent kingdom. It was little more than a chaotic uprising, but the Reach was removed from Imperial authority for 2 years before we reclaimed it. But the leaders of the uprising refused our offers of peace. They fled into the hills and became the Forsworn. I don't know you, and I don't sell what precious property we have to outsiders. But if you're willing to work, and you prove to be reliable, I might deem you worthy to live here. My steward will handle things from there. Are you a sellsword? I don't like your kind. No honor, no loyalty, unreliable. But I can't turn away a potential ally in these times. Let's see if you're better than a common mercenary. My scouts have tracked down one of the Forsworn leaders, hiding out in their blood-soaked camps. Deal with them. We will see. I want no mercy for those Forsworn. Understand?
The Dominion is here, and we're watching you.
Things are bad.
To work.
Don't mind the
Anton
dogs. They get anxious when they haven't had dinner.
The Silverblood family will be heard. Stay out of trouble in my city.
You're here to see the Jarl. No sudden moves. Understand?
Hey, hands off!
What are you doing here? The excavation site is closed. I don't need any more workers or guards. Neshuan Zell? The ruins underneath Markarth? The wealth of artifacts that I've based 2 human lifetimes? You idiot! Do you even know who I am? The most recognized scholar on the Dwemer in all of Tamriel. And you people keep bothering me. I'm sorry, I got too excited. I'm in the middle of some very stressful work, and I shouldn't have yelled. How can I help you? You are? Very good. May I see it? Excellent. Very good. This is exactly what I need to complete a series of studies I'm doing on Dwemer craftsmanship and magical resonance. I simply must have this. I'll pay you double what it's worth. Wonderful. You've just made an important contribution to the advancement of a Dwemer scholarship. Persistent, aren't you? Oh, very well. Who am I to stand in the way of curiosity? I'll let you in if you agree to something for me. There's a giant spider in the Chuanzel. My workers call her Nimhi, the poisoned one. If you deal with Nimhi, I'll let you into both the excavation site and my Dwemer museum. What do you say? Enthusiasm. Good. Here's the key to the dig site. Yes, their history and culture is all around us in Markarth. A race of stonecutters, artisans, and engineers. They invented machines and built elaborate underground cities where they researched powers to rival the gods themselves. And then, at a time we are still not sure when, they disappeared. The whole people, all at once, leaving behind only their works. To protect my research, for one. There are more cuts, and the excavations into Nichuanzel are dangerous. Dwemer machines and traps still function, even after thousands of years. What?
I'm Calsalmo's nephew. I help him around the laboratory. Uncle...
What is it, nephew? Can't you see I'm trying to think here?
I just wanted to know if you needed anything.
No, nothing. Nothing at all.
Are you sure?
Stop bothering. Yeah, I can't. Hey, hands off!
Wait. I know you. There's no mistake. You're a wanted man, and it's time to pay for your crimes. Good enough. I'll just confiscate any stolen goods you're carrying, then you're free to go.
Old Dwarven City. Keep the keep. The Schuenzel. Best steer clear if you don't want a steam centurion carving you up.
Halt! That's privileged information. Now, move along. Are you joking? Even if we had a prisoner by that name, the only way he'd be released is by order of the Imperial Legion. Now, I suggest you turn around and go back the way you came. All right, then. I do hope you know what you're doing with those flames. It would be quite a shame if something caught fire.
better than that. That's the best you can do. See you go. Mercy!
What was that?
See you burn.
Ugh!